Alrighty, everybody. Thank you again for joining me this week. We're continuing on East Fortress Apprentice.
Suddenly, it appeared Epic was overrun
Conjured
with
by
castrum demonicus, conjured by unknown. Though the populace had fled, they would have no homes or livelihoods to return to if the devilish creations continued to wreak havoc. The Guardians' party forged their way deeper into the Divine Land, defeating the castrum demonicus as they went. Their targets, the four beings ruling over the newly quartered Epic, from fortresses in the north, south, east, and west.
Yes. More targets.
As they drew near the eastern fortress, a mighty force gathered to prepare for their arrival. The Guardian pushed on towards this unwelcome meeting, unaware that fate had an unpleasant trick lying yet in store.
Look! That's her! She's one of the four villains!
So the Guardian appears, at last.
Cute.
Crappy. Wow. That's all you can say.
Wow is right.
Speechless in the face of my overwhelming might, I see.
Actually, I think we're just completely baffled.
There's no need to fear, Guardian. Rather, you should join me. I would welcome you. Miss Matoy has spoken at length of your skill. To a frankly tiresome degree, I must admit.
Wait! What's going on? How come this Ica is mixing things about Oracle into the conversation? Ica's aura is still there, but there's also a Dark Falls-like presence.
Whoever this person is and wherever she comes from, she's most certainly under the influence of ephemera. Don't be hoodwinked by her words.
It seems our negotiations have failed. A pity. If I can't have your allegiance, I suppose I'll have your—
Enough prattling, usurper! You think I'll let you get away with running roughshod over the divine land of Epic? A little heavy on the theatrics there, Maggie. Come on! Haven't you always wanted to act just once like you're in a real epic tale?
You, so-called ruler of this land. Why would the one who conjured us here now stand on the opposing side? Is this behavior not what you wanted when you summoned us, the apprentice emissaries?
What I want is for the Guardian to flatten you so badly, you'll have to be scraped from the floors of this fortress! Hang on. Let's not breeze by that very important point. Are they here to grant your wishes, Maggie? Look, I'll explain everything later. But if we don't take her out right now, we won't have a later.
Then try your hand against the apprentice emissary, Ica, the misunderstood.
You want us to call you that?
It was not my choice, but it will do. Go forth, servant. Show them your true form.
Kill!
Giant Emperor Rappy.
Emergency! Code! Due!
Alright. Anything else?
Completed.
Gotta throw at me. What you can do?
Kill, kill, kill!
Well, you haven't disappointed me, Guardian. You're even more powerful than Miss Matoy said so very many times. But alas for you, I am but a false vessel, nothing next to my fellow emissaries. The brighter a light burns, the deeper the shadow it casts. In the end, you may wish you had fallen here.
Save your breath! No matter what vicious villains you cast our way, I will never abandon my country! Now, my companions, let's move on to the next foe! For the freedom of Epic!
Bullet mags.
I think you said something about an explanation. Well, hear me out. We've all heard those stories where a really cool queen frees her country from awful villains and saves the day, haven't we? I thought it'd be nice to create this grand tale of me and the Guardian saving Epic. Our god always gets credit for solving everything. So I was told, why not conjure up the Guardian and make it all happen? It sounded like a pretty neat idea. You were told? By whom? This priest who gave me a lot of good advice. But the second these 4 villains appeared,
Of course.
he up and ran away. Who's ready to forget this and leave?
No! We can't simply abandon Epic! Whatever the cause, Ephemera's influence clearly plagues this land. And how could we leave the people to such a dire fate?
You're right. And I deeply regret what I've done. Deeply and painfully. I thought having a legend or hero would help cheer up my people. But what good are legends when your dinner plate is empty? What a fool I was to even think that way. Shameful, I admit it. So please, help me fix it. I'm begging you.
Fine.
Please stand up straight, Lady Margareta. I understand how you feel all too well. Your only mistake was the way you went about your goal. And when you make a mistake, all you can do is try to fix it. Wouldn't you agree, Guardian?
Fine if you say so.
You're right. We can't really turn our backs when the profound darkness is involved. And Maggie seems genuinely sorry. Oh, Queen Harriet! Guardian! Even you, Fairy! All of you are far too pure! Oh, I worry you'll be taken advantage of! I think it's a little late and deeply ironic for you to say that. But with this pair of softies in charge, I suppose that's that.
It looks like the counteroffensive against the Crimson Menace is over. Thanks for cooperating with the operation.
On hunting. It's retro.
Oh, Aika!
Not earlier today. Alright.
Hello. I'm told I gave you two a great deal of trouble. My apologies.
Oh, don't worry about it. You got dragged into it unwillingly in the first place. Are you okay?
I have undergone a medical checkup and received a clean bill of health. I just have this lingering feeling of having been trapped in a long nightmare.
We have an out over here.
Cute.
The shame I felt over what happened in that dream makes me relieved to not remember what actually happened. And if I did remember, I wouldn't want to discuss it, much less ever experience it again.
Cute! You know what? Forgetting all about it sounds great. You didn't do...
Oh, wait. How much do you two know about what happened?
There. That's what...
Why? Why does that sound so familiar? And why does my face flush just from hearing it?
Try this. Almost 40.
Shuddering to see a friend brought so low, the Guardian defeated Aika the Misunderstood, the first of the apprentice emissaries. With this accomplished, the journey continued. The party forged on to the northern fortress and its waiting emissary, routing Castrum
We
Demonicus
really
along
need
the
to keep
way.
them saying that they're
But despite the
offing
success,
Castrum Demonicas at
their
this point.
footsteps
I
fell
mean,
heavily.
kind of
More than even the might of the foes
redundant.
awaiting them, they dreaded the sight of another friend, reduced to a dark vessel. They were no strangers to war and bloodshed, but no blade is as heavy as one raised against a friend.
Look who's here. Guess this means Aika's already fallen. Well, congratulations on defeating the weakest of the four of us. I'm afraid you'll find me a notch or two stronger than she was, to say the very least. Are you ready for a real fight this time? Now, take a good look at your tomb, and at me, your Undertaker, the apprentice emissary, Rena the Forsaken! Yes! Now this is what I'm talking about! These crackling confrontations! A bit cliché, maybe, but they make your heart pound! Well, I found a visual match. That's definitely Rena Izumi, the Earthling Enga said went missing. But I just can't believe she's anywhere near this dumb in real life. This has to be Maggie's fault. Go on, flaunt your strength all you like! But that strength is crippled by your arrogance! What? Real strength lies in the bonds between friends! Your defeat was written from the moment you decided to face us all on your lonesome! What makes you so sure I'm by myself? Do you think I lack companions? Well, you're dead wrong! Ha! Just drop the posturing already! I know all about your companions! When you were summoned, I saw all three of them make for the door while you were still working up the courage to even talk to them! Silence! Hold your lying tongue or I'll take it from you! I think I've seen all I can take. We'd be doing Rena a favor by beating her as fast as we can. Defeat me? A fine delusion. You'll die regretting that you ever provoked me!
Uh-oh. Ah.
You've left yourself open! You've left yourself open! Your Majesty! Code! Use!
Quack, quack.
With
Wonderful.
completed!
No! Not sorrow! Please, don't take my imaginary friend from me! You may have been strong, but that strength is founded in all the wrong reasons! Wrong reasons? You mean, was I wrong to try and escape into a virtual world? True strength isn't the kind you seek to defeat someone. It's what you seek to protect them. You only believed you'd grown strong because you'd been fighting so long on your own. Your words carry the sting of truth, as does the outcome of this battle. At
Right.
least, here at the end of things, my eyes are finally open. Thank you, Guardian.
That's so
The
tacky.
next time I'm summoned, the poor girl. Even if she were summoned again, I think it'd be a lot worse if she did remember.
Guardian? I really don't know what to make of what they've been saying.
You're better off not.
Oh, come on! What's more touching than coming to an understanding with your defeated foe? Says the one who didn't do any of the defeating.
Yeah.
I could definitely had it bad, but I'm sure this was really tough on Rena, too. Incoming transmission from Enga? Hello, Sierra here. To what do we owe the pleasure, Enga?
Hey, Sierra. Oh, and you're here too. I got some good news, for once. Rina Izumi's been found. Her memories of the whole
Hello.
episode are fuzzy, but she's not hurt.
Hello, baby
Doing
girl.
kinda surprisingly well, actually.
Really like my clothes, so.
She wants to talk to the two of you.
Oh, of course not. She knows about ARCs already, from what I gather.
I owe you big time, Sierra.
Hello. It's me, Rina Izumi. I just wanted to... Oh, that's very sweet of you. I can't remember what happened all that well. Could you... well, terrible is subjective. Do you have a general sense of what happened? Well, somewhat. Just a sense that I said some very revealing... Uh-huh.
Yes, well, that part is right.
Well... Wait, so you do know?
I've been about all on your lonesome.
Forsaken. Lonesome. No, don't think too hard about it. You only just take it easy for now. Don't try and remember. Well, I won't be able to rest my mind now.
Apprentice in the south.
With Rena the Forsaken gone, the Guardians party had bested 2 apprentice emissaries and reclaimed half of Epic. They marched onward, all too aware that 2 more of their friends lay ahead of them in wait. What strength would they wield? And more chillingly, what evil had crept over them? The Guardians' fears were twofold as the party pressed on toward the South Fortress. Awaiting them was a fiend so changed as to defy recognition as the friend they had once known.
Well, I guess he's next.
I suppose I ought to compliment you for making it this far.
This one's an entire world apart from the 2 we've faced so far!
Huh. Don't insult me by naming me in the same breath as those other emissaries. They're mere trainees compared to me. Can you hear the wind singing? It sings the lonesome dirge of your funeral.
Now this is just cruel! Can you imagine what Often would say if he saw this?
Often? My head!
Wait, look at her! Could it be she's merely
course.
being used?
I think the other ones were dumb bitch.
I don't know, Maggie. Do we know?
Oh my, Euclita. Seems like you're struggling just a tad behind all that tough talk.
Be quiet! Why in the world are you even here, Apprentice Emissary Aurora the Timid?
Come on now. Is that any way to talk to your fellow emissary? Euclita the Obstinate? I just thought I'd stop by and give you a hand, since our friends here have probably had just about enough.
Are you all just down for anything that falls in your laps?
She is.
Having me on your side is as good as having 100 of anyone else. Let's wipe the floor with them, Euclita.
Way ahead of you. Entrance that sky after Aurora!
Now she's got a cosmogenic arm? We can dissect how weird this is later. Here she comes.
That's my choice. Pew pew! Going random guns out of my ass.
Let's try! Well, I expected no less from the one who took down the 2 other apprentice emissaries. But I doubt you
Where
expected
it's like they just choose whatever weapons. Between it.
What's going on? That hurt so much! Is this actually happening? I could have sworn this was just a really weird dream.
What are you doing, Aurora? This is absolutely not the time. Get back into weapon form.
But that really, really hurt! Wait. Oh, geez, Euclita? Did you get turned into a Dark Falls again?
Wait! How did Aurora turn back to normal? Could your power have done this? Now try Euclita!
What's happening? Where is this? What are we doing here in some fortress? Aurora, what did you do this time?
What makes you think I did something? I thought I was just having some weird dream, and then all of a sudden I woke up in searing pain. Wait, if this isn't a dream, where could we possibly be?
Into the records, bitch.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you two back to normal.
Sierra, is that you? Why are you so small? And what do you mean, back to normal? Was something manipulating us?
Oh, right. There's a lot of explaining to do. Wait, so no more fighting? Did we persuade them to join us? Oh, rain on my parade, why don't you? If you're hoping to fight, Maggie, we can certainly oblige. Well, how nice to solve everything without bloodshed for once. And that they're back to their senses. What a peaceful resolution.
Who's this kid? She looks
like
like
an
an
idiot.
idiot.
Excuse me?
She
How
is.
dare you impugn my intelligence? And of all things, you dare call me idiot, the name I hate most of all!
Wow! Impugn? Look at you, using hard words like a big girl.
Big girl.
Watch who you talk down to, especially when you look barely out of swaddling clothes yourself, you little brat!
Oh! You've got some nerve calling the captivatingly, despairingly, inducingly beautiful Aurora a brat!
Yeah? Wanna know what it's like to fight a divine queen, brat?
Ha! Well, take your divine pride and swallow it! You're in the presence of a goddess of beauty, an actual divine being!
Shut the hell up.
You dare! The height of disrespect!
Your bickering wouldn't be so grating if the two of you weren't just as bad as the other. Look, I think we could all finally use a little explanation. What's going on?
Divine speed.
So all four of us former apprentice hosts were summoned here. Everything about this world is a little too hard to believe normally, but after what we've been through, how could we doubt it? Tell me about this arrogant child who summoned the four apprentice vessels.
Well, if you asked me before, I would have bet she was pretty strongly connected to Aurora in some way. Or maybe was Aurora herself.
An understandable misconception. I was the original apprentice, after all. But it should be pretty clear by now that that's not true. Lest you forget, I don't associate with idiots.
Here you go again! How many times do I have to tell you that I am a queen and I command respect?
Just can it, dummy! How else are you supposed to tell an idiot they're an idiot? They're too dumb to get it if you sugarcoat it!
It's like watching someone fight a mirror.
I suppose like repels like sometimes. Maybe they're both connected to apprentice because they're similar after all. Anyway, how are we supposed to get back to the Ark's ship?
Oh, good question. When we defeated the other two, it released them, and they returned to their original worlds without having to do anything.
What? So we have to let them beat us up? I don't know about you, but that's not really my cup of tea.
Interesting. Who was that again who once upon a time told me, the more it hurts, the closer I come to salvation?
Hush, Euclita! Why doesn't Queen Numbskull, who summoned us, do something to send us back?
How am I supposed to know how to send you back? I barely even understand how you...
You might not want to use your stupidity as a defense.
All right, you two. Let's settle down. If you were brought here using a summoning circle, We should be able to use the same circle to send you back.
Then we need to go to my palace. Let's get back right away. Oh, and I can finally recall the
Gonna be it for this week. For joining me.